in the activity 24, it is given that write a program using functions, basically four functions, to add two fractions. And it is in the activity set of activity set 3, where in every question there is a keyword given, use appropriate structures and four functions. Basically, whenever the keyword is mentioned, like write a program using functions, you have to use four functions. I mean, those four functions, the functions are input, one function for input, one function for evaluating the data, one function for displaying the data, and the main method. These four are minimum. You can add other functions also, but these four are minimum to be there. All right. So here, and you can also see that there is use appropriate structures in every question. And this is because they wanted you to understand the concept of structures, and they wanted you to put it in these questions, these programs, so that you can identify where to use structures and where not to use. So when we come to activity 24, they haven't given it. They want you to judge. They want to judge you basically whether you use structures or not. And why I prefer, or why most of the programmers prefer using structures here, is we can take a number and we can take the numerator and denominator part as in the structure. So here they have told us write a program using four functions to add two fractions. And here we know fractions can be written in a decimal part, also in the numerator and denominator part, basically the division format. Here they have specifically told us to take it in the numerator and denominator part and give the result respectively. So how do you know when you have to add two fractions? There are few conditions, right? We all know maths. Basically, we know that if there's a numerator and a denominator, and when we want to add another numerator and denominator to another denominator, we basically take the LCM of it if they are not same, and multiply the denominator with the numerator, and this denominator to with the other numerator. So in the program we actually do the same. So here our numerator and denominator is 2 and 2 by 10 plus 3 by 10. So since LCM is same, okay. So whenever we are doing maths, we will be doing it directly. We'll be writing it as 5 by 10 directly. But the computer does not, we didn't teach computers maths. We have to give instructions. The common instruction will be this. That is, when if numerator 1 and denominator 1 is given and numerator 2 and denominator 2 is given, take LCM. How do you take LCM of it? You multiply the denominator of the second part to the numerator of the first part, and denominator of the first part to the numerator of the second number. So that will be giving us the final numerator and denominator. Ignore my handwriting because it's really bad. I'm using a touch screen after a long time. So now, when suppose we take an example of 2 by 10, whatever it's given, plus 3 by 10, when we add it in math, it's going to be 5 by 10. But if we do it in this method, it's going to be 20 plus 30 by 100, right? So when this will be like that.
See, there is a guideline document which is given in the calendar invite.
When it is like that
is a self-explanatory, but
we can see that this we will get it as 50 by 100. Now let's come to a thing. Let's see. If we do it, we need, but here as you can see, we added it, but we have to convert it to the simplest form. We have to convert it to the simplest form. All right. For that come to think, we have in few of the other activities, we've told you to find
We are done, no?
GCD and HCF of few things. So why do we do that? How do we find the GCD and HCF of two functions? Basically, that is to find the highest common factor. So if you take the highest common factor of 50 and 100, it'll be 50. And once we divide the numerator by the GCD of these two numbers, that is the numerator and denominator of the final part, we will be getting the simplest form of the fraction, that is 1 by 2. Did you guys understand the concept? Did you guys get the logic, or do you want me to explain it again?
Any doubts on how to go on with the logic of this code? Anyone? Or else, okay. So now I want everyone to open the link called messages chat box.